Candela, hypnotherapist, transformation coach, and a spiritual teacher. You're about to listen to a recording of one of my regression sessions. If you enjoyed the content on my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you click on the bell, it will inform you of any of my future postings. Also, leave a comment and click like, because that helps to bring this kind of content to more viewers. I hope you enjoy the recording, and I hope to see you again in my future videos.
I want you to tell me the very first thing that you see, or the very first impressions that you get as you reach the surface.
My feet are planted on dirt, like a light brown, dried dirt.
And what are you wearing on your feet?
I'm barefoot. My feet look weird.
In what way?
They're just small, short, toes spread kind of wide, like I've never worn shoes.
Become aware of what you're wearing on your body.
Tattered cloth, kind of like a potato sack type cloth. It's very rough and beige. I'm short.
Are you in a male or female body?
I think I'm a male.
Young or old?
I want to say early 30s. I'm muscular.
Do you feel young or mature?
I'm mature, very strong. I have something in my hand. A hiking stick or a walking stick or a staff or something.
Are you healthy?
Yes.
So extend your awareness beyond the dirt and tell me what's around you.
Trees, jungle. I immediately see jungle. Tall, very thick. It's hot. I don't need a lot of clothes.
And where are you heading now?
I don't know. I'm just standing there.
How does it feel in that moment as you're standing there?
Okay, I don't feel threatened or anything. I have wavy black hair. I can see my hair. I don't know why I'm standing there. I'm looking around.
How long is your hair?
5 or 6 inches. It's wavy, but it's not long. Obviously somebody's cutting my hair. I think I'm looking for somebody or something. Maybe I'm looking for people. I'm not sure.
I want you to look at your hand and describe your skin tone to me.
It's very dark brown. It's so dark brown that when I look at my inner hand, it's a lighter color, and my hands are very wide, very strong.
Become aware of who you're looking for or what you're looking for.
I think I'm looking for my family. The sense I get is I'm looking for my people. My back is tense. I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know. I can't tell if it's my actual body being nervous, but I can feel it now. Maybe I'm scared I've lost them. I'm scared that I can't find them, maybe. I'm lost. I don't know.
So you'll just become aware of the reason for your separation.
Oh, I have a lot of anxiety.
And just go with that. It will take you to the events that led to this.
I can't move for some reason. I just can't move. I can't figure out what I'm doing. I just feel so anxious, anxiety.
Okay. Let's freeze this moment. Just going to freeze it and come back to it. And we're going to rewind the time to the moment when you were still with your family, with your people. And as you move back to that time, describe to me what you experienced.
I see a woman. I think she's my wife. She has long black hair. She is picking something up. She's bending over, picking something up, putting it in a basket. I don't know what she's picking up. I see a little kid next to her, a little toddler with a big smile. I don't know if it's male or female. My wife is really pretty. Her hair is beautiful. They actually seem happy. She seems happy, and my little toddler seems happy. This little kid is just so happy, oh my goodness. It's like infectious looking at this little kid with a smile.
How do you feel about your wife?
I like her a lot. She's very strong, very pretty, very capable, hardworking. I get a sense that she's a good mom. I don't know what she's putting in that basket. What are you putting in there? I can't tell if there's shanties or something's next to her, some sort of a dwelling. Very makeshift. I just feel anxiety though. God, I can't get over this anxiety. I can see this toddler that's very happy, but I am just anxious.
Tell me how you chose your wife, your partner. Did you choose each other, or was there an arrangement made?
I feel like it wasn't forced, that she likes me, which makes me happy.
So on the count of 3, you're going to see yourself standing in front of a place where you lived. 1, 2, and 3. Describe to me.
Tent. It's like a cloth tent. It has these large sticks with beige canvas. It's small, very small. It's just one little tiny tent.
Go inside and tell me what's inside.
To the right, I think there's a little bed on the ground with blankets, and there's like a makeshift pillow. This is interesting because there's real cloth here. It's like real fabric. And on the other side, I can't make out. I feel like some of the stuff we have isn't ours.
Just become aware of where you get the fabric and all the things that are inside.
I just get this sense that they were given to us perhaps like a deal trade. My anxiety is terrible. My whole body's just quivery and shaky.
Okay. I'm going to touch your shoulder, and when I do, you will feel a powerful flow of peaceful energy just running all through your body right now. As it flows through, it flushes out the anxiety and replaces it with a deep, peaceful feeling, so that anything you experience, you will be observing as though on a movie screen, but not being affected by it. You can be aware of it, but not be bothered by it. So tell me about the trade that was made.
These people that we trade with, I don't trust them. I think they scare me.
Who do you trade with?
White people. I don't know where they come from. There are other people, they have way more things than we do. There's something off about this relationship. It creates a lot of fear in me, a lot of anxiety.
What kinds of things do you trade?
They give us clothes, like maybe a gift, almost like they're trying to win our trust over, and I think I know it. Food, not so much, strangely. I don't see an abundance of food. I see my wife foraging. But my baby's healthy.
What do you give them in return?
I'm not sure. I think that's why I don't feel good about it. We have nothing to give them. We don't own anything. We have nothing. We just survive on our own. We keep to ourselves.
Become aware of your position within your group of people, within your tribe.
It hasn't become clear to me yet. I know that I'm strong. I'm very capable. I would say probably one of the stronger of the group. Like I can hunt just fine, and I can figure things out pretty good. I can figure out what's going on a little bit. My wife seems oblivious. People are feeling fortunate that these visitors are bringing us things, and I don't.
Does anybody else feel the way you do?
I'm not picking up on it, and then what's difficult is I can't see my other people. Why do they feel removed from me? I just see, I'm scared. Like I know something's coming, and I can't see my other group for some reason. They feel far away from me, and I have my family. Oh.
So move to the next significant moment, observing it only at a distance, as though on a screen, being detached from it emotionally. Tell me what happens.
I don't know. I just feel this intense emotion of just fear. But I don't think I can see it because I'm so scared.
Feel that flow. Flowing all the way from the top of your head, through your shoulders, your chest, your stomach. Flowing through your body, flushing out all that pain and fear. Allow yourself to observe and watch only. Projecting it on the screen in front of you. Detaching, creating a place within your heart that is safe and complete, putting your wife and child there, keeping them completely safe, surrounded by love and light. You will simply observe the events that happened.
I feel like they are coming toward us, like I know something's coming, and my fear comes from loving my family so much because we're so happy. I just get this sense that my people don't understand that these people are planning something. And the reality of it, I can't quite make out. I can't tell if they're going to come take our things or if they're going to come hurt us. But we have nothing to give them, and I know that.
Do you communicate it to anyone?
I feel like I can't talk, like no one's listening. Maybe that's why they feel so far away from me. They're just so excited. They're intrigued. They're odd. And I'm not. It's like I can smell them. I can smell their deceit. I can smell that they're full of shit. They just have this look on their faces that they don't have good intentions. And I know that. And I spend so many of my days in anxiety, scared. And I can't get my people to come close to me. It's almost like my tribe is in the distance because I get the feeling that they don't care what I have to say. And that gives me more anxiety because I know that I can't help anybody, that I can't save anyone, but I worry more for my family.
So again, your wife and your child are safe within your heart.
Yeah.
As you observe the events unfold, tell me what happens next.
I lose them.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
You're just going to observe the events as they unfold.
I don't know. I buried it. I must have really buried it because I can't see it, and I won't let myself see it for some reason because it's just so painful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I lose them. I just know that I lose them.
And just allow yourself, only with your permission, to crack that open a little bit so that the pain can begin to seep out, imagining it being released into the ground. As you open the door just a little bit, the pain begins to drain away, flowing down into the ground, being absorbed by the earth. And the more it is released, the more you're able to process, come to terms with, and heal what happened.
I was right. They came and got them. I see somebody pulling on my wife's arm. She's sitting on the ground. There's a group of them. One of them grabs my wife's arm and pulls her up. And the other one grabs my baby and carries her away. It's a girl. And I'm just standing there because I can't do anything. I don't know where my people are. I feel like we got left. I think my people turned their back on me. And
Why?
I don't think they wanted to listen to me anymore. And so they just moved a little further away and kept us on our own. We didn't communicate a whole lot. And that's why I started getting so much anxiety, because it was just left there with my wife and my daughter, and I had to figure it out. And I knew they were going to come. And I didn't have the protection of my people. And they did. They came. They took them.
Were you there with them when they took your wife and child?
Yes, I was.
Why did they leave you?
Because I was a male. Because I think they wanted the girls.
Just focus again on the center of your chest. Find that space within where your wife and child reside, enveloped by your love. Hold them there. Feel them safe and protected as you allow your pain to just drain and float away down into the ground. Just keep releasing it, letting it flow. Give it back to the earth so that it can hold you in its embrace, safe, loved, and protected. Just continue to let it go. Become aware of what happens next.
I'm in so much despair and so much anger. Oh my God, I'm so angry. I'm so sad. I'm so fucking rageful. I'm so mad that I don't care that the rest of my group was taken either. I'm so mad.
So the rest of your tribe was taken as well?
I think they took some of them and left some. They did the same thing. I don't feel like they took everybody. They just took what was valuable. The women are valuable.
Why are the women valuable?
Because these men are disgusting and they just see us as objects. They see women as objects. Women are a commodity. They are not human to them. They don't treat them that way. I think I picked up on that immediately. The way they looked at them. That's why I had so much anxiety too. I was so scared for my girls.
What do you do next?
I don't know. All I feel is just all these emotions. I just stand there.
So just feel your feet connecting with the ground as the earth supports you, embraces you, and embraces your pain and rage, fear and anxiety. And begin to intentionally channel all of that down into the ground so that you can begin to think clearer and regain some of your strength as you channel those powerful emotions down into the ground. Move to the next significant moment in that life. Tell me what happens.
I want revenge. That's all I feel. Just pure revenge, hatred. I want to do something. I'm trying to think of something to do. I'm trying to think of a way. Here comes that anxiety again. I'm so mad. I just want to do something.
Do you reconnect with your tribe?
No. I'm so angry. I don't want to. I don't give a fuck about them at all. I'm so mad. I just want to be by myself. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to hear about them. I don't care.
Sense yourself again connecting your feet to the earth and channel everything you're feeling down into the ground. Even if you feel like you want to hold on to it, just channel it down. Allow the earth to embrace it as it supports you. What do you do next?
I go off alone. I don't think there's anything I can do, and I know that. I'm up against something far larger than me. I just close off. I don't trust anybody. I don't go around anybody. I just walk away. I leave everything behind. I don't take anything. I don't give a shit about anything. I just kind of walk away. I don't even know where the hell I'm going. And I just sit with this rage and sadness. I don't know where I end up. I just know that I want to be alone. I can't trust anybody, not even my own people. You can't trust outsiders, you can't trust your own people. I can only trust my family, and I don't have them, so I just don't care anymore. I don't know where I end up.
So you decide not to go after your family?
No, I know I can't, and I don't even know where they are. I feel like there's these little outposts, but they're not from here, and there's a lot of them. I feel like they came by boat, and I feel like they camp out near the shore. And I get the sense that they have these little outposts, and they'll venture into our area, but there's a lot of them. I know they'll kill me, and I know that there's probably no chance of getting my girls back.
Do you know where they came from?
I don't. They're big people. We're short. We're very small in stature, and these people are huge. And they wear things that are very protective. I know I have no chance. I would probably last 5 seconds.
Do they use any kind of weapons?
Yes. I keep seeing these huge spear-like weapons, like they're just enormous. Almost like tridents, but they're single-tipped. They wear something on their chest, and it's hard. They wear boots. They're huge to us. They feel like giants. They're light-skinned. Some of them have blonde hair, long hair. I hate them. I hated them the moment I saw them. I think I spent my life just hating them.
Just move to the next significant moment. Just tell me what you experience as you continue to channel every emotion that comes through you into the earth. Just allowing it to flow through you, experience it, release. Experience it and release. Experience it and release.
I see myself a little older. I might be in my mid-40s, and I'm in some sort of a cave-like rock formation and tending to a little fire. I'm still in a jungle. I'm still in my area, but I'm far now. I went out on my own, and I'm surviving on my own, and I'm living in this rock formation like a cave, and it's safe. I get the sense that I went as far as I possibly could until I felt like I was out of their reach. I felt like I understood my jungle really, really well and how far they were willing to go, and I went further. Surprisingly, I'm still very strong, and I'm doing okay. I get this feeling that I just stay by myself for the rest of it, just on my own.
How do you feel at that point?
I'm okay with it. I have no desire to mingle with anyone. If anything, I do what I can to avoid it. I stay away. I stay deep. I sit and I replay the memories of my family a lot, torture myself emotionally. I just live with guilt forever. Nothing I can do about it. I just kind of die with it.
I'd like you to move now to the last day of that life. Just tell me what happens.
I embrace it. I don't know what is killing me on the inside. I'm not aware of what it is I have, but I know I'm gonna die. It's strange. I'm not very old, but I know I'm gonna go. I actually want to.
Are you ill?
I think so. I think I have some sort of an illness. I'm still moving.
What symptoms do you have?
Something in my stomach, and I'm tired, very tired. I think it's a broken heart. I actually tell myself that I'm dying from my sadness, and I believe that. And my stomach is heavy. I tell myself that I'm dying from a broken heart.
How long have you been on your own?
I feel like it's about 5 or 6 years, somewhere around there. It's like a decade or less. I'm in my mid-40s, perhaps. I know I'm tired, and I'm just laying there, and I can see out the opening of my little cave, and I'm smiling. And my stomach is heavy, and I just feel like that's it. And I'm okay with it. Almost like I just give up. Which is strange because I'm young, and I am still strong. I don't know how I'm passing this way. I don't understand.
So with the next breath, allow your spirit to gently lift out of your body. And as your awareness begins to grow and expand, look back at the life that you just left behind. Tell me the first thoughts and feelings that come to you.
It was such a sad, tragic life. I was so angry and resentful. I was supposed to be so happy. I was so happy. Everything was fine, and then it just went wrong so badly, so quickly. I'm resentful towards God. I feel like God left me.
As your perception continues to shift, you begin to see things in a different light. As though shifting the lens of the kaleidoscope and the picture changes and you begin to understand this life from a different, higher perspective. What is it that you see now that you didn't see before?
I came here to learn about loss. I had to let go. I had to love something deeply, and I had to lose it deeply. That was it. This was that lesson, that you are going to lose things that you love. And I couldn't accept that. I turned my back on everything and everyone, including God. And I couldn't accept that I had to lose. I had to learn in the most extreme way. Trust. That got imprinted on my soul deeply. I just couldn't trust anymore. I feel like I carried that out.
I want you to continue intentionally to channel all of those emotions and feelings through your very being, down into the earth. All of the pain, the sorrow, the deep, profound loss, the sadness. Allowing yourself to feel all of it, and yet now, with your permission, releasing it. As you begin to see things from a different perspective. What else comes into your awareness?
When they were taken from me, I had an opportunity to choose how I wanted to live out the rest of my days. And that anger and that sadness and that revenge was so deep, it gripped me. I couldn't accept. And the choice I made was to let it take over my life, my soul. I couldn't move forward anymore. And I had an opportunity to, several times. I had a lot of choices I could have made. I could have helped my group rebuild. I could have forgiven them.
Forgiven whom?
My people. I could have forgiven them and tried to rebuild and help, but I didn't.
Do you understand now why they didn't listen to you, or they didn't get the same understanding that you did?
They were beguiled. I was persistent, annoyingly so. I just wouldn't give in. They wanted so badly to hope for something positive. They were so fooled by it. And I was so against it that I think I got ostracized. I became vocal, loud, mean. I don't think that I tried to win them over in a positive way. I didn't reason with them the way I could have. I just took that anxiety and that fear, and I just tried to push as hard as I could, and I pushed my own people away. And then when they left, I could have saw past that. I could have helped them. We could have banded back together, helped each other, and I didn't. I was so mad. I just wanted people to see things my way. And then when they didn't, it was almost like I told you so. So why bother?
Why is it that you were the only one that could sense the truth about them?
I don't know. I don't understand why I can't feel or sense that anyone else understood, or why they couldn't see it. I don't know why I did, and and I felt like no one else did. Maybe they felt relief, they were getting things we needed. They didn't want to see it. I don't know why I did, or I understood it and felt it. I can't figure out why I was so singled out that way. I just felt different.
Now become aware of what became of your wife and daughter.
They were sold, and they never stayed on our land. They went back to their place, their land.
Where did they end up?
I just keep getting Europe, Portugal, or Spain. That wouldn't make sense with the blonde hair, but that's what I hear. They were sold, taken back to their land. I get the feeling of servitude in every sense, too.
In a moment, you're going to become aware of someone approaching you, and it is someone that needs to reconnect with you and help you make peace with this situation. Just tell me if you become aware of someone.
Yes.
Who is it?
It's my grandfather.
From the current life?
Yes.
How does he look?
He looks how he does in the present, because I'm receptive to that. But I can feel his spirit. It's not really physical. He keeps telling me, loss. You were supposed to learn. It's okay.
What else does he have to communicate?
He's smiling and he admits that was a tough one. So, yeah, it was. He's very kind and loving about my pain. Very gentle about it. He tells me these lessons were in front of me. Opportunities were in front of me. We both understand the choices that I ended up making. He's very, very nurturing, very caring. He doesn't say a whole lot. It's like a hug. It's like a rest. But I can almost hear him saying, too, to not let this affect you. But I do. I feel that sense of mistrust and anger imprinted on my soul.
And is it okay for you to begin to make a different choice now?
Yeah, I need to.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I do want to.
So just continue with your permission to allow those feelings to just flow through you as you acknowledge them, feel them, and release them. So they are not stuck within your body, within your awareness, flowing through like a river as you begin now, finally, to let them go. This will continue to be released for as long as you let all of it go. And it will only take as much time as you want it to take, releasing it now. This was a very tough lesson to experience. And so there is no judgment. There's just compassion and understanding and love as you simply allow yourself to begin to make the choices that you had an opportunity to make but couldn't at that time. Now you're in a place where you can choose differently if you wish, knowing the options that you have, knowing the outcomes you can create. Is there anything else that your grandfather has to communicate to you before we let him go?
Forgiveness.
Towards?
People that turn on me or don't receive me. Just forgiveness in general. He says I've gotten better about learning that lesson now, but it's taken a long time. I still haven't figured out loss, anger.
How about forgiving yourself?
I don't know if I have.
Just allow him to step back and fade away. As you begin to release that experience, you float into a space that is a healing chamber. And the healing chamber surrounds you with the energy that is deeply, profoundly cleansing, that begins to wash away particles of guilt, pain, sadness, anger, despair, rage. It is almost like standing under a powerful shower that washes away the dust that accumulated on your body. And just tell me when you feel that you have been sufficiently cleansed and cleared and healed.
I've let go.
Now as you continue to drift into another state, just drift into another space. It is the most important to look at. You begin to drift down as you feel yourself and examine to the surface. And I want you to tell me the first thing that you see, or the first impressions that you get as you reach the surface.
I'm laying on a beach. My legs are in the waves, crashing up on the beach. And my legs are dangling in the water a little bit when the wave comes up. I'm small. I think I'm a kid.
Are you in a male or female body?
I am a girl, for sure. I'm wearing these little black buckle shoes with white frilly socks. My feet are dangling in the ocean. I think I'm playing.
With socks and shoes on?
Yeah. Yes. And I don't think I'm supposed to do that. And I'm laughing.
What are you wearing on your body?
I'm wearing a little white dress. It's very ornate. Almost feels like a church dress. Like I'm not supposed to be getting dirty in this at all.
About what age are you?
5 or 6. I'm very little. I'm just laughing. I'm laughing like I am doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, and I'm getting a kick out of it.
Is there anyone there with you?
No, I'm by myself.
Why are you by yourself?
I don't even think I'm supposed to be out here. I think I kind of snuck away.
Where is everybody else?
I think they're at home. I get the feeling that my home is closed.
Why did you sneak away?
I was bored. I'm just surrounded by adults. I feel like I'm alone. I'm like I'm an only kid. No one's really paying attention to me, so I just snuck away.
So on the count of 3, see yourself standing in front of the place where you live. 1, 2, and 3. Describe it to me.
It's a huge white house. This is a big house. It feels older. I don't want to say almost colonial style. It's very ornate. It's kind of on this land pushed up past the beach. My first impressions is my family have quite a bit of money.
So become aware of what you do once you dangle your feet in the water. What do you do next?
I just keep laughing and doing that. I know I'm going to get in trouble, but there's something that I just get a kick out of doing this. Oh, these shoes are very nice shoes. I can see how shiny they are. And I'm ruining them. And my socks are dirty and full of sand. And I'm just getting a kick out of this. I don't know. I feel very mischievous. And I'm laughing out loud. I seem to be entertaining myself a lot. And I've learned how. I keep thinking my mom is going to yell at me. She's going to be so upset.
Do you come to the beach often?
I do, and no one ever notices, really.
You come by yourself?
Yes. I feel very lonely. I don't feel like there's kids around me. I feel surrounded by a lot of adults. Very serious adults. Not fun.
So move forward in time to the moment when you return home or return to the adults. And tell me what happens.
My house is full of people. I don't know what's going on. It seems like some sort of a church gathering, maybe.
Tell me what they're dressed like.
Very professional. Everybody's got really nice clothes on. The men seem to be wearing really nice suits. The women are wearing long dresses to the floor and their hair is up. The furniture is very ornate, very pretty. The house is huge. There's just adults everywhere. I don't know what they're all talking about. These adults seem very connected with each other, like they've all known each other for a while. And there's me, sitting on a big couch. I can see my feet in front of me, just sitting there, bored, not knowing what they're talking about.
Now you're going to tune into them, and without even having to understand what they're saying, you're just going to hear what they're saying and just report anything that you hear them talking about.
They seem to be talking about money, business.
What are they saying?
They seem to be talking about what they need to do next. I don't understand very well. Like strategy, almost like their business dealings. They all seem to know each other in some strange way. Almost like they are a large family business. The neighbors are considered family. Almost like these people have traveled together. And there's a guy sitting in a chair with a beard. I think he's drinking whiskey or something brown. He seems to be very important. Lots of authority. He's talking about his business. He keeps saying James something. I get the sense that he's talking about his misgivings in his business, his frustrations with certain people not doing their job.
What is their business?
It makes no sense, given my location somehow, but I keep feeling or sensing oil. I keep getting the sense that these adults came here together in this area. The women support the men. I see the women cooking and serving food and drinks to all these men sitting around.
So it's just the men that are discussing business?
Yep. The wives seem involved somehow in some sort of a detached way, almost like a support way, but they're definitely serving food, refilling drinks, but they are involved in the conversation too. It's interesting. I almost get this sense like they all came here together over generations. Their families know each other's families. They got rich in oil in America. That's what I'm picking up on.
So what are the issues that they're having now?
The younger men aren't pulling their weight in the business. The older men are frustrated. The older men seem disappointed in the younger men in the group. I don't know why. I'm the only kid there. I almost get this sense like you're not really supposed to have children in this family business. They kind of don't want you to. They want everybody very focused. So I am really not tended to very much. I mean, I'm fed. I'm taken care of. But I feel like I'm kind of out of place here as a kid. Like maybe I was an accident kid. And I'm tolerated. I keep very quiet. I let the adults do what adults do. So I entertain myself. And I get in trouble a lot.
So how do they continue the business in the family if they don't have children?
I don't know. I think that might be what the younger men seem unfocused. The older men are disappointed in them for some reason. The younger men might want other things.
Other than what?
The business. I get the sense that there's a generational push-pull, maybe.
So become aware of your parents and how they fit into this whole group.
My mom's very important. She's the most present one in my life. My dad feels very far away. I don't think I have a relationship with my father. It's usually just my mom. But she's pretty important in the house. People seem to respect her a lot. It's her house. She seems almost like the leader of the other wives. Wise. She's been in this business for a while. She's supported my dad for a while. She can sense the tension between the generations.
How old are your parents?
They're old. My mother feels like she's in her late 30s. My father, same. They feel like they're pushing into their 40s. That's why I feel like a little bit of an accident.
Are they considered the older generation?
Yeah, they're the older generation. They've been around a little bit longer in the business. There's maybe their family, the younger women, our nieces or sister-in-laws. They're like in their 20s. They don't like the business. They don't like the demand. I think they're pushing the younger men, which is making the older generation more angry at them. So my mom is trying to coach the women into understanding the business better. My mom's very invested. She's very smart. Very smart.
As you walk through the house, you will notice a newspaper or a document or something that has a date on it. And just tell me what the date is.
I see something Herald, 1867 or 1876, something backwards. I keep flip-flopping.
So on the count of 3, you will see yourself having a meal as you usually would have a meal. 1, 2, and 3. And tell me what happens.
I'm sitting at the end of the table, a very big table. It's very pretty. My parents are on one side, I'm on the other, and they're talking with themselves, and I'm just eating by myself, letting them talk. I don't talk very much. My mom is sitting at the head of the table for some reason instead of my dad, and she's leaning over talking to him very seriously. He seems to be listening. She seems to have a lot of influence. People listen to her.
And once again, you will be able to hear everything she's saying. You don't have to understand it, but you will hear it very clearly. Just report it to me.
I think she's trying to tell my dad how to talk to the younger men because she understands what's going on. She's very serious about this. She's like, you need to speak to them differently. You need to act like you care. She's coaching him, and he's listening. He trusts her quite a bit. I admire my mom.
So again, on the count of 3, you will move to the next significant moment or event in that life. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what happens.
I'm a teenager. I'm wearing a dress. I'm outside. It's hot. My mom's walking around. She seems busy. My dad's gone. He's at work. She seems stressed. He's always at work.
Why is she stressed?
I don't know. Yeah, she seems very stressed. I want to help her, but I don't know how. I want her to teach me. I actually want to know how I can help. I feel older, like I'm more capable. I've been listening and watching them for years. She won't let me in.
Why not?
I don't know. She won't let me in. That hurts my feelings. Yeah, I'm kind of angry with her that she won't let me into this. I see other women involved, but she won't involve me. Why not? I feel like I have to prove my intelligence to her, but she is not having it.
What about your dad?
My dad is very hands-off. He does not interact with me very much. He seems so distant to me, almost like a stranger. He comes home, he eats his dinner, he talks with mom. He does not interact with me.
Do you have any other siblings?
No, just me. The business has stressed her out over the years. She seems very stressed.
So what is your parents' plan for the business? What will happen when they get old?
I get the sense that she's trying to protect me and she actually doesn't want me to get involved. Not because she doesn't love me, but because she does love me. She understands it's not sustainable. She was hoping for the other families to take over maybe. I don't know. I can't seem to make sense of what their plans are. This man with the beard, the older man, he seems to keep his plans kind of secret from everyone else. Maybe that's what's stressing my mom out. Everyone's part of the business, and they're successful, but the man with the beard doesn't reveal a whole lot. There might even be a sense that we need to move.
Why is that?
It might be shutting my dad out. Maybe not giving him his fair share, shutting him out, something like that. Some sort of a block. This man with a beard is blocking my family a little bit. When I was little, they seemed involved. Now, maybe he's moved on from the family dynamic. Almost like this business has gotten big, and he has no need for this smaller family. He can replace us for people that work harder. Oh, my mom is so stressed. She's put her whole life in this. In my dad, in the business. It feels like it's going to crumble.
What part does your family play within the business? Are they equal partners?
No, I don't get that sense that they're equal. I get the sense that my dad is high up. He's very close to him, but over the years, they've become more disconnected. Almost like this man with the beard has kind of opened up his scope to other people. They have something to offer this man that my dad doesn't. My dad just works all the time. Yeah, I get the sense that we're about to be pushed out. I'm angry with my mom because she won't let me help her.
Do you have conversations with your mom about the business?
Yes. All the time. I keep trying.
What does she say?
Mind your own business. That's not your concern. You focus on school. You don't need to be involved. She has a lot of pride. She doesn't want to admit that it may not work.
So move to the next significant moment in that life and tell me what happens.
I decided to leave the house and go to college. There's not very many girls in my class. My mom was very supportive. She wanted me to. But I feel very determined and independent. I'm going to show my mom.
Where do you go?
I'm at some sort of a university or something. I do feel a little singled out. There's not very many women there. Nobody listens to women very much. I just have to be quiet. I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm not allowed to be smart. I have to just stay quiet, even at school. That pisses me off.
What are you studying?
I don't know what I'm studying. I don't know because I'm so focused on being angry. Business, maybe? I want to prove to my mom. I want to prove to my dad. I want to prove to all these guys in my class. I am so tired of being quiet.
And how is your parents' business doing?
They won't tell me. They're very secretive about it now. They don't say a whole lot. I think they're being very prideful. I still don't talk to my dad. And my mom doesn't say much. I just say, fine, I'm going to go do my own thing. And then I do. And then my world just shifts. I just want to prove that I can do all these things. And I am very alone in my studies. I feel like one of the very few girls. It's kind of intimidating.
To move forward in time and just tell me how your studies proceed.
I feel like I write. I am some sort of a journalist. I'm writing a lot of things. I see newspapers all around me.
Are you still in college?
No, I think I have a job. It seems like I have a job at some sort of a newspaper, press or print or something.
How old are you at that time?
I want to say I'm in my early 30s. Oh boy, I annoy people.
How?
I am headstrong. I want my name on those newspapers. I want to write. I want to be on the front. I don't want to edit your stuff. I'm tired of that. I'm very vocal.
Do they hold you back?
Yes.
In what way?
Most of the articles are by men. I just edit. I get the information it looks like. I make sure things are printed correctly. I run the errands. Oh, I'm frustrated. People don't like me, and I don't care. I just keep pushing. I'm tired of being silenced. There's one man. I don't know if he's a manager. I don't know if he is my boss. I think he likes me. I think he thinks that I can do those things. He gives me some chances. He sees my skill set, my writing. He's the only one there that treats me with respect. He's older. I just feel this dissatisfaction overall, all the time.
How are things with your parents?
Distant. I don't see them. I barely have any communication with them. I think I got tired of them not talking to me, not opening up to me. I gave up on my dad a long time ago. I think I got tired of my mom's pride, and I just moved on.
Have you developed any personal relationships or friendships?
No. I feel very solitary because that's what I'm used to. I don't feel like I want to connect, really, because I don't really know what that feels like. I don't know how to do that. I just know how to do stuff and prove things. I am so annoying. I can see people's faces. They are so irritated with me, and I don't care. I don't feel like I have any relationships. I don't feel close to anybody. I don't think I have a boyfriend or a husband at all. I don't even think I'm interested. I just want to write.
So as you move forward in your career, tell me if anything changes.
I see books. I'm not sure if I wrote them or if I'm reading them. I just see a stack of books in front of me.
Look at the book covers and notice the authors.
C.S. Lewis. Definitely not me. That's interesting. I can see that so clearly, C.S. Lewis. It's a blue book. I opened the cover and I saw his name.
Where are you?
I think I'm at home. It's quiet, by myself. I'm alone. I'm okay with that. Dissatisfied. I'm older. I'd say in my 50s. Just couldn't get to where I wanted to be.
Where did you want to be?
I wanted to be successful like my mom. But maybe I realized that wasn't real. But I wanted that. I wanted my own success. I didn't want success through my husband.
Do you still work?
I get the sense that I write, but it feels disconnected from society. I think I might be some sort of a contract writer of some kind, maybe a poet or something, I'm not sure. I am writing. I'm somehow surviving. I'm earning a living somehow, but I'm not doing it by going to a job every day. I somehow have found a way to disconnect a little bit, and I live a very mediocre life, but I'm okay with that. I kind of sit in this maybe overall dissatisfied, sour attitude, kind of like a bitter old lady. I don't like people because I can't talk, I can't do anything, nobody cares, nobody sees anything. They just humans. I don't trust them, there's no need for them.
Right. Are your parents still around?
They passed already. I feel like I disconnected from them pretty hard. I thought that the way they treated me was dismissive. I didn't like that feeling, so I disconnected myself from them.
Did they leave you any inheritance?
Doesn't feel like it. I don't get the sense that they had any at the end. I think I knew they were losing everything or losing the business or being pushed out, and they weren't going to tell me that, and I don't think they had anything in the end. And I didn't care. I just wanted a relationship with them, but I never got that.
So just allow yourself to move forward to any other significant moment in that life and tell me what happens.
I see myself pretty old, pretty frail. There's these neighborhood kids that come over and visit with me, and I don't mind them. But I'm still alone. I'm okay with that. People know me as the shutout, but I'm not mean. I have a little meadow, I have a little garden that I tend to, but I'm so old now, I can't seem to tend to it. When the kids come over, that's pretty much the only company I allow. I live a pretty solitary life, all the way to the end.
So move to the last day of your life and tell me how it proceeds.
Oh, I'm so skinny. I'm coughing. Yeah, I have something in my chest. It burns. Oh, it burns. I'm coughing and coughing. My arms are so skinny. I can see myself covering my mouth with my skinny arms. I have a hard time eating. Yeah, I'm pretty frail. I'm pretty old, too. I get the sense that I'm in my 70s. Maybe late 70s, even. I have something in my chest.
Do you get any medical help?
No.
Why not?
I don't want anybody to come in. I'm okay with dying in my home. That's interesting. I'm okay with that. I don't think they'll listen to me. I don't think anyone will listen to me. I tell you what I have, tell you what's going on. You tell me something else. I'm okay. I'm in my bed. I'm drinking something, some sort of a tea. I think there's alcohol in it. I'm pretty crotchety at this. I don't feel good, and I'm frail, and I've been living alone for a really long time. And I kind of have this attitude of, screw it. I don't need any help. I'm dying. Stubborn. I feel very stubborn.
So go to the last moments of that life.
I can't breathe.
So allow your spirit to just lift out of your body and feel immediate relief, comfort. And as you look back at that life, tell me your first thoughts and feelings.
Pride. I had the same amount of pride my parents had.
Become aware of what purpose you set for yourself for that life at a soul level.
I keep hearing the word independence, but not in the way that I did it. To be able to stand on my feet, but learn to connect. I had a pretty rough start. I couldn't connect. I didn't know how. I let my pride get in the way. I needed to learn some patience. I needed to learn to be patient with people. I pushed them out again. I feel like I've been doing that for a lot of lives. I just push away. It's just easier. And I had that opportunity to connect. I just wouldn't.
How do you feel about that experience? Do you feel that it was successful?
Yes and no. I think it's taking me a long time to learn these lessons. In that lifetime, I learned to have a voice, but I just could have done it differently. For that, it was very successful. I learned to break away from relying on anyone else, holding on to anyone else's achievements for success. But unfortunately, I was not successful in learning to connect.
Now, there were a lot of the same experiences that you carried from before. Feeling like you couldn't trust people, feeling that you wouldn't be heard, feeling that you wanted to just give up on everybody and be by yourself. Was that life a continuation of the same lesson?
Yes.
And so do you feel that the progress that you made was only in gaining your voice?
Yeah. I made progress in having a voice and learning to speak up and take initiative and make decisions to move forward, not let my circumstances defeat me. I became very fiercely independent, very headstrong, very motivated. I understood things. I picked up on things all the time. I was able to use that and exercise it. I just need to learn to do it differently.
From the soul perspective, what do you feel you missed out on? What was the significance of connecting if you were independent and okay by yourself?
My soul needs to be independent, but also interdependent with people for relationships and love, for experiences. I reject those when I won't connect. I stop myself from having these experiences. Maybe meeting somebody I love, being blinded by mistrust and frustration.
So again, with your permission, those things that ended up limiting you, holding you back, allow them to be channeled through your body into the earth or into the energy field that can transmute them, so that your body feels like a river through which water flows, so that it's not stuck in you. You experience it, you acknowledge it, and let it go. These lessons have taken a long time. And the fact that you're here says that there's a part of you that wishes to take steps forward. And so all it takes is your decision and your wish and your intention. And as you feel that stuck energy, those stuck emotions flowing through and being released, I want you once again to begin to drift away. And I would like to invite this higher consciousness to step forward and speak with us. May I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Thank you. So you brought forward the life of a man who lost his family, and then the life of a woman who spent her life alone. Can you tell me why you selected those two lives for her to review?
She runs away, isolates, does that now. She's been told several times that she needs new experiences in her life, and she blocks them. She knows.
There seems to be a really powerful thread that she's following of loss and anger, loss of trust in people, loss of trust in her community, inability to use her voice or to be heard, and anger resulting from that. There's just a lot of pain that came through those two lives. So it makes sense that she would want to run away instead of dealing with that. And I think she needs help now with healing and releasing all that pent-up anger and rage that she still carries with her in this life. What can you do to help her so that she can have some energy freed up to connect with others and maybe begin to rebuild the trust in a human community?
She has to trust the process, to forgive. She spends a lot of her time not trusting challenges, tests, people. It's uncomfortable. Forgive people, forgive suffering. She rejects suffering so hard.
Was that the starting point, that life of the man who lost his family?
Mm-hmm. Rejected it. Many opportunities to accept that. Build something from it, even out of pain. Couldn't trust. She gets frustrated by challenging lives, but she chooses them. She wants to grow, but she rejects the lesson. She gets so frustrated when she meets challenges like this, but she chooses these challenge lives.
I want you to really take her so she can re-experience that moment of choice where the options were presented and she had an opportunity to select something. Or were those lives imposed on her?
Her first life was imposed.
Which one?
The man loses family. That was imposed on her. She needed to learn loss, forgiveness, grief, suffering, and not run. Her second life she chose. She wanted to try again. She had no voice. She wanted to find her voice.
And she was able to do that.
Yes. She stuck with that. And she's done a good job finding her voice. She's very strong that way. She can speak very well, but still withhold sometimes, at her own detriment. Rejecting connection, rejecting forgiveness, suffering, this neurotic behavior. It's just her rejecting these things every time.
What can you do to help her settle into the choices that she's made and the experiences that are presented?
It's very supported. We're all around. She feels it all the time. She'll even reject us. Speak more. Sit with us more. Let us help you. You're not alone.
So I want to ask Lynn to open up and sit with the support that is around her right now and just feel it, tap into it, and begin to shift her perception of the life experiences, no matter how challenging, beginning to see them from a different perspective. Is she receptive to that?
Yes. Nobody ever left. Her wife and her daughter are always with her.
Can I ask if they would be willing to come forward?
Yes.
As they come forward and reconnect, she will begin to see the truth at a different level. So what is she getting about them now?
She forgot to remember that they never left her. Her daughter is the reason why she chose not to have kids for many lifetimes. Her wife, she's known for a long time, never left her.
Do they travel together through different lifetimes?
Sometimes, not always.
But they're in the same soul family?
Yes. Her wife is her husband.
In this life?
Yes.
So they are together again?
Yes.
In that first life, why did her wife choose to have the experience that she had?
Same. Needed to learn loss.
How did she respond to it?
She lived a very hard life. but she continues to learn the lesson of loss, even in this lifetime. Doesn't deal with loss very well. Very strong attachments to the people that he loves. Always afraid of losing, even anxious about it. Still learning.
How can they help each other?
Lindsay's trying, but her path is her own, and his path is his own. Tries quite a bit. Teach him new things, different perspectives, but he's gripped with a lot of fear, and that fear controls him in many ways. She tries all the time, but it's not really her place. He has to learn this on his own.
Can you give a message to him now about the fear, or anything that's relevant for him to hear?
To understand that they're always connected. They've been connected for a very long time. He also has to learn the lesson of letting go and trust that we are beyond the physical sense. He struggles with that idea. Lindsay can't teach that. He has to learn.
Tell me about the emotions of anger, rage, fear, mistrust. We worked on allowing them to flow through her today. Is that something that can help her let go? Where is she with that now?
Yes, this is going to help, but she still has more work to do. She still has to refrain from isolating. These behaviors are very ingrained. It's a knee-jerk reaction. It's very fast. She has to catch herself. She has to challenge herself and not get frustrated by the challenge and trust that we're here. Once she starts trusting, the anger will let go. And the more she grips tightly, the more she hangs on.
I wonder if you can connect her now with a different feeling, even in her body. She knows what isolation feels like, but she doesn't know what connection would feel like. And I wonder if you can connect her with that so she can get a taste of a different positive emotion. If she let go of the isolation, if she challenged herself, if she took the steps to connect, what would she be getting from that?
Learn to love much deeper, without condition, that she doesn't get hurt. Valuable relationships that give her new experiences, to help her let go of her anger and show her that her suffering doesn't need to be there. She's missing out on wonderful relationships and experiences with people that might surprise her, can connect with her very well. She's convinced that she can't connect, that she can't find anyone that connects with her. She's told herself this for a long time. She's convinced herself. So now she believes it. She has to let that go.
I want you to create that physical sensation, though, if you can, within her body. What would it feel like to actually be with others and allow yourself to trust others and feel the connection? What emotions would that bring? What feelings?
Contentment. The kind of contentment she's been looking for. Support. She would realize she's not alone, that she can depend on others.
Can she connect with the physical sensations?
Yes.
What would contentment feel like in her body?
Relief. Relief from all the anxiety. She's anxious every day, and she can finally let go and have relief.
So that belief that she needs to be alone, that she needs to escape, it actually creates negative feelings and emotions.
Yes.
Just like in that first life, she spent the entire life being angry and anxious.
Yes.
Does she choose to let them go now, to feel peace and relief and contentment?
Yes.
Can you do anything else right now to help her move forward?
No. She has the things that she needs.
Okay, now she is struggling with her career path where she actually gets to work a lot with people one-on-one and gets to work with trauma as a mental health counselor. And it makes sense now why she's drawn to working with people that experience trauma, but at the same time she feels a lot of resentment and anger about it. Is it something that she should continue working with?
She can let go and move on. She's very good at it, but it's too much. She understands trauma really well, where it sits in the body. She can scan and read it very well, but it re-traumatizes her in many ways. She feels that. It's too much. It's okay for her to move on. She'll find her path. She's very creative. She can say no, she can move forward.
When she thinks about changing her career path, she thinks about withdrawing from working with people. It sounds like that's not really a better solution.
No. That's her knee-jerk reaction, to run away and hide again. She can work with people. When she forgives and lets go, she can do that. But it's okay for her to move on from her career into something else more fulfilling. She doesn't listen to her body very well. She gets upset, she breaks down, and she gets up and does it again. There's a lot of self-punishment.
Well, she carried a lot of guilt in the first life.
Mm-hmm.
Does she still carry it?
Yes. She punishes herself a lot. Thinks that she can achieve on her own, on an island. Guilt. She doesn't take very good care of herself, and she knows that. It's time that she changes that. She has all the support that she needs. She'll be successful in whatever she chooses. But running from people is the same habit she's always had.
Do you have any suggestions or any direction that she should look in for her career path?
Shorter interactions. No need to be in front of people for an hour at a time. No need for trauma. She can move away from that now. She can help people with other issues. There's no more trauma needed.
Okay. So I want to focus now on her mental health and physical health and the impact of all the events in those previous lives that you brought up. Because she has likely held them in her body, stored them, held on to them. So I'd like to ask you to do a body scan. See where anything is off balance or where things have been stored that need to be released. Walk me through that process and point things out to me.
Her trauma sits in the solar plexus. Need to release that area.
I'd like you to work on that now so you can begin the process of releasing it. And tell me what you do.
Cleared it with the white light. Breathe it out.
Can you give her specific directions perhaps to what she can do to continue to release?
When she prays, focus on the solar plexus. Breathe it out. Give it away. You don't need to keep it. Consciously give it away.
Okay, and how is it now?
Better. It's going to take her a little while. She has a lot of trauma stored. Other people's trauma. Her own. She needs to pray more.
You'll work with her to continue that process, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what else you notice.
Her crown is heavy with anxiety and worry.
Crown chakra?
Yes. She needs to focus on this area in silence. Clear this area. All the anxious thinking weighs her down.
Her anxiety started in that first life when she felt the intensity of the loss. Now that she sees that that soul that was her wife has always been with her, does that help to reduce her anxiety about the initial experience?
Yes. It helps her understand the connection she has with her husband better. They are very intensely connected, very fearful of losing each other, and she understands better now. He is just as fearful of losing her, but he doesn't understand his loss. They're very connected, at times unhealthy, too connected, too isolated together, too scared to branch out and lose each other.
And even if they lost each other in this life, what would be your perspective on that?
They never lose each other. They're always connected. They focus too deeply on the physical form. and let that go. This is the lesson to learn, that you lose, and that's okay, because you never really lose. And it's okay if he doesn't understand. Let that go.
Help her release the tension, the anxiety, the fear from the crown chakra. Tell me how it feels now.
Lighter, much better. She needed to get this out.
Anything else in her body?
No.
And you said she doesn't take care of herself well. Can you give her any specific suggestions or directions for what she should do?
Stop taking care of yourself only when you feel bad. And do it because it's good for you, and it gives you the support you need, and it's where you belong. Consistency, dedication to it. It's necessary.
I want to ask you specifically about guilt and forgiveness. However she feels about the world and others, she has carried this hurting emotion towards herself for a long time. And when we talk about forgiveness, there can be, of course, forgiveness for others, but there also has to be forgiveness for self. Can you help her to begin that forgiveness process for herself?
Yes, she's ready to.
And where has she held the guilt in her body?
The same area, her solar plexus.
How's that release going?
She's doing fine. A lot of relief.
When she starts to reach out to people, give her ideas about the types of things she can do so she doesn't feel overwhelmed and gives up on it.
Opportunities face her every day. She rejects them. All she has to do is be receptive. People like to talk to her. If she smiles and says hello, she might be able to have a conversation. It's not much effort. Just be receptive and not rejecting.
As you scan her now, would she be able to take those steps?
Yes. She has to overcome her fear in the moment.
What is she afraid of?
Loss.
So she has faced depression throughout her life. Is there anything you can add or clarify so she can address depression?
The depression will go with the guilt and the trauma. If she learns to connect and forgive, be discerning about who she connects with, value relationships, not isolate as much. Her isolation actually causes the depression. She thinks it's the other way around.
So it will naturally lift as she reconnects.
Yes.
I usually ask about the purpose of the current life. I'm guessing that it's a continuation of this lesson on loss, but I may be wrong. So can you tell me what you selected as a purpose for this current life?
It's the same lesson, to connect without withdrawing and forgive. Lindsay thinks it's all or nothing. You must connect with everyone or not at all, and this is what causes her stress. She only has to connect with people that she naturally connects with, and that's enough. Forgive herself and move away from the trauma. Learn to let go. She has the support she needs, and trust that she knows this.
And it's okay for her to have boundaries that allow her to feel comfortable.
Yes. Not having boundaries is not healthy for her.
So Liz wanted to know if she's on track with what she's supposed to be accomplishing. What would you tell her?
Yes. Sometimes too much. Gets too involved and immersed in journeys and tests and challenges. Overwhelms herself, trying to grow. Let things be as they may. She will have experiences as they come. There's no need to push. You'll learn.
She had a strong connection with her grandfather in this life. Can you tell her about their journeys together?
They've been together for a very long time. He's been her spirit guide for many lifetimes. They're very connected. He's with her all the time. She knows that. She values that support. He's not going to leave her side, and she's very confident in that. She needs to feel that way about the rest of her spirit family.
I also want to ask about the daughter that he lost in the first life. Have they been together?
Yes.
Is she part of her soul family?
Yes.
Is that soul in her current life?
No.
Are they going to be together again?
Yes, they will. Lindsay chose to not have children in this lifetime because of her, and in other lifetimes. The guilt was overwhelming. In this lifetime, she's not here, but she will be.
Is that something that she can also begin to let go of? The desire to not have children because of the guilt?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So before we let you go, is there any last message that you want to give to Lindsay? You can speak to her directly.
Relax. Stop trying so hard. You're on the right path. Let things be as they are.
Thank you. So I'm going to ask the higher consciousness to recede to where you belong, with much love and thanks for the help and information that you have given Liz today.